All my food is delivered to the door. My
Really?
groceries and deliveries, whatever. I go to the doctor, and I'm really scared to go to the doctor. I got a shot, man.
Yeah, you got the COVID shot?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I called my doctor. I called them all and lied to him. Told him, I said, I need a shot ASAP.
Yeah.
And the first one, nobody could get it. And one guy says, I got a dosage. If you'd like to come in tomorrow morning at 9:15, we'll bring you in. So 9:15, I was there, and I'm glad I got it. I'm in Atlanta, home of the CDC. So they're saying get it. And a lot of African-American people are still a little shaky about getting it because the experiment we went through many years ago was the syphilis trial, the Tuskegee trial.
Yeah, the Tuskegee trials, not good.
No, and it could be another trial now. I don't know. I just know I'm old and I got the shot. I want to be in the number.
Well, we're all in on it now. If it's a trial, it's on all of us, George. This time we're all going down.
Did you get the shot?
No, I'm not old enough, you old fucker.
You're 60. You're 60.
57, bro. 57.
Oh, you're only 57. Man, God bless you, man. God bless you. God bless you. So I did it, and Seinfeld got it on Saturday.
Where'd he get it?
So he got it in New York City.
Why, is he old too? How old is he?
He's 66.
Oh, so he's in the age group, huh?
Yeah. You know, and it was amazing. Georgia was like number 50 on the list with worse conditions. Just couldn't get it. It wasn't distributed properly.
But it was around, right? I mean, it was around. Yeah. So you called a few guys, and you're like, you know a guy who's got some?
Well, I called my doctor, and I said, if you know of anything, let me know. And through some way, somehow, he got dosages. And I went there. I'm so stupid, you know.
Yeah.
My job is to try to write jokes and shit. So I'm sitting there, and I'm very cautious about my mask and my shield. I wear a mask, I wear a shield, I wear glasses, I wear everything.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't even say this, but I cut a fart in the doctor's office, and none of his patients have COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody smelt it. They got up and walked the fuck out.
So that was their test for the day. If they were there for a COVID test, they got one from your ass.
They got one free. So because I'd be thinking, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to open up my own testing sites. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I shouldn't be doing fart jokes, but it did work.
Hey, you know, I talked to another comedian in England about fart jokes. Fart jokes have been around since the beginning of time, George. Fart jokes always work. No matter how cheap they are, everybody enjoys a fart joke.
Would you say that again? That's the fact of the matter. Don't do fart jokes. Why not? People laugh at them. Your daddy, you grew up, and fart jokes have always worked.
Always been there. Yeah, I think it's just as you get older, people expect more out of you. That's all.
But you always go with what works, the most simplicity.
Well, you want to be the fart guy? Do you want to be the fart guy?
I talk about so much shit, it doesn't matter. You know me, I don't play by the rules anyway. I talk about anything and everything. I really don't have a show. I'm quite nervous talking to you because I have absolutely nothing to talk about. And I'm going to be here with you like an hour. I'm going, what the hell am I going to say for an hour?
Well, no, I mean, it's interesting because like I've known of you and about you and I've seen you around since I started doing comedy, so there's like, it's one of those areas where you're a guy that I don't really know how you started, but you were around in New York with that whole second wave of guys.
Yeah.
But like you were born in Atlanta, and what happened? How'd you end up in New York?
Let me tell you something. I wanted to be a comedian since I was 6 years old.
Why? Who'd you see?
Red Skelton.
Oh, yeah, Red Skelton.
Also, Red Skelton. I saw Red Fox. I saw Richard Pryor. I saw Johnny Carson.
On TV?
On TV. And Milton Berle. And as a kid in high school, what I would do, I would hear these guys on TV on Thursday night. I think Thursday night was like funny night on Carson, right?
Yeah.
So I would go the next morning, I go to school and I do the jokes and people would laugh. Hell, I didn't know. And I listened to the party records with Red Fox and Judge Pete Meat Markham and Mom's Mabley and people like that.
Did your parents have them?
Yes, they had them. And, when they went away, they were called party records, right?
Because they were dirty. I got some of those.
You have them?
I've got some old Red Fox party records, yeah.
Man,
I got Pig Meat records.
You got Pig Meat records?
I do, yeah.
I got to do that, man. I got one of my favorite photos. I got all of my comedians down there, my comedians I grew up with. I got Richard Pryor there. I got Jackie Moms Maybe. I got Red Fox. Even J.J. Walker's on there. I got a lot of people.
With you? Pictures with you?
No, not with me, of them. They're a little older than
No.
I am, even J.J. Walker. Had I come along in comedy in 3 years earlier, J.J. Walker would not have had a job. I know I could have beat him out of that damn job.
So you started doing comedy in high school or no?
No, I left Georgia and I went to Ohio to study. I needed a degree in transportation.
How'd you decide on transportation?
Because I always loved traveling. My father traveled and we went all over the country, and I just loved traveling and getting on the car and get on it. My daddy was a butcher.
A traveling butcher?
He traveled to work in Atlanta. He worked for Swift and Company.
Swift
Company. So you know that's the butterball turkey in those people. So, but he always traveled, and I think I learned that to this day, people that travel are smarter than most people. When you travel and learn what's going on in the world, it's so important. And I hope you do travel. I hope you travel. Do you travel?
Well, you know, when we go to work, when we're able to work, we're on the road a lot.
No. I mean, do you sometimes like take off from what we do? Because when we work, we work. People don't understand that about us. We say I'm going to Cleveland, I'm going to Chicago, and you can't call your family. They don't understand. You were here? Yeah, but I'm working. I'm not here to bullshit.
I guess so, but I try to get around. Don't you get around when you go to work? If I try to see the city, sometimes, like I've worked in Europe, I'll travel around a little bit. I travel a bit, probably not as much as I should. Do you?
Oh, I do. I was doing $250,000 a year. I just got a call last week to do Hong Kong, go back to Hong Kong and do more shows there.
But do you travel without working?
Yes, I do. Like I said, I get $250,000 in easily.
Really?
I didn't this year. Oh man, I love that airplane. Get up in that seat. And you just asked me where do I live. Normally, my little crazy answer is I live at United and Delta. Yeah. I love flying. I love flying. I love learning. People that travel, you learn other cultures. And
where do you like to go? Where have you been?
You name it. I've been from Shanghai to Singapore to Dubai to Johannesburg.
Where do you go back to? Where do you like? I've been there many times.
Spain. I used to go to Spain 6 times a year.
Oh, Spain.
Because that's where the nude beaches and the freaks were.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't be a freak in America, but I used to be a freak in Spain. Yes.
Secret freak. You're a secret Spanish freak.
Everybody's got their little idiosyncrasies. I just love to go to. I never went nude. I never went nude on the beach, but I used to love going to the nude beaches.
So you were the freak that looked at the nude people wearing your trunks.
I swear to God, I used to. It was freaky. Now these beaches were freaky. People were having sex up in the woods. I used to go watch. I'm telling all my little business. I'm telling all my business. Yeah, I love it. But it's all about fun. Nobody's getting hurt.
And they're okay with it? It was okay to watch? They didn't mind?
I don't know whether they mind not, but I was. Well, people like to do that. People would like to do that, but traveling all over the world, like going to Dubai. I love all of like Dubai is an interesting city. I don't know whether you've been there or not.
I haven't. But you must have done stand up there, right?
I've done stand up everywhere I go, from South Africa to most interesting places would be in China and Hong Kong.
I did stand up in Beijing, and I was in Hong Kong. Beijing. I did an expat gig, and it was weird to be there, man. It's intense to be in China. Beijing
is intense because it's a regal city, kind of like Washington, D.C. But when you get to Shanghai, Shanghai is my favorite city in the world. Shanghai is 3 times larger than New York City, 3 times more modern than New York City. Yeah. So it's amazing. And you start thinking, because we grew up that America has everything. Well, other countries are doing well, too, even though that being a communist city. You say, well, what the hell is going on? They're selling shit on the street like they do in New York City and Hong Kong. Just beautiful, man.
Beijing is crazy. I've never seen so many different types of bicycle vehicles.
Right.
Yeah, and people are just like getting haircuts on the street, and they're selling kittens. I don't know if they're
that's what I was going to tell you. They're selling puppies and kittens on the street, right?
Yeah.
So you think this would not be a part of communism at all? When you think that's not communism, that's commercialism? They make
I don't
money?
know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any straight up definition of communism anymore. It's so dug in there. It doesn't mean you can't sell kittens on the street. There's other reasons you probably shouldn't sell kittens on the street.
And also they sell kittens and chickens and snakes, all kinds of shit in China.
That's my problem. Is like, are these for food or pets? That's what I had a problem with understanding. What are these kittens for?
Ooh, man, I never thought about it like that. Hey, wait a second. Dude, that's crazy. Because it could be, couldn't it?
Yeah, of course.
It could be. Damn. Damn.
Sorry, buddy. Did I ruin
I
your
can't
day?
imagine. But you know what is good? You know what is good in China? McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's and KFC. I think they use the old formula with the French fries and the grease.
You know what I did? You know what I did notice though when I was in Beijing? Those were the only two logos I understood. Like everything, all the other signs, I didn't know what they said, but I'm like, oh, there's the bucket, there's the arches.
Now you would be surprised now when you leave Beijing and you go down to Shanghai.
Yeah.
Then you would see, you got your Haagen-Dazs ice cream, you got your Starbucks coffee. I don't know why it's so different. And Hong Kong is just like America, to be honest, because, Hong Kong was a British colony. So their first language was English.
Yeah, I don't know if it is anymore. They took it
Not
back.
until 1999, and it's causing a lot of problems. And that's why I just told you I was summoned to come back to Hong Kong to do a show. I don't know what I can do, what I used to do.
I don't know what it's like there anymore. It sounds like shit went down.
It does, and I thought they were they still fight, but they're locking people up and sending them to jail in China, mainland. Yeah. So it's getting pretty tough, man. It's
scary stuff.
But travel is the best thing you could ever do. Make sure you continue to travel. Do you work all the time, or do you?
I do. I work, but I don't work out of the country enough. I mean, I did do. I enjoy. I went to Ireland recently, which I love.
I've never been to Ireland.
You never been?
I've never been to Ireland or Scotland, because I don't like London.
No, Scotland and Ireland are beautiful. Beautiful.
Is that right?
Well, I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, green and damp and,
I don't like that. Even though I want to move to Vancouver, British Columbia, I don't like green and damp, even though I think Seattle, Washington, and Portland, they're green and damp. And that's part of the most beautiful part of America, that north.
Yeah, it's great. You want to go to Vancouver? That's where you're going to run?
Let me tell you, I want to go to Vancouver because of COVID.
Yeah.
And just going across the line, I think they've got like 7,000 deaths in Canada because of leadership.
No, it's like, but I mean, you got the vaccine.
Oh, I got to get another shot. And then I still got to wait. I still got to wait another 3 weeks. I'm not playing with this, man. I'm not ready to go into the clubs yet. And I thank God for the young comics that are going into the clubs. But if there's any germateria, that's where it is in the clubs.
Yeah, I ain't going out. I'm not going out to the clubs.
Oh my God! You see these guys going out, and you see a few of them coming up sick lately.
Yeah,
you see droplets coming out of your mouth. Let alone the audience that they laugh at your jokes if you're really funny.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all that's coming. And the nastiest thing in the world is being on stage. How many people have been on the mic and backstage?
Yeah, it's like a COVID. It's like a perfect storm of COVID.
Yeah, I can wait. We've done, and you've done. We've done 50, 100,000 shows. We can wait.
So in Ohio, you're getting your transportation degree. How did that work out? Where were you working?
Thank you for going back there. I got a degree. I went to Firestone Tire and Rubber Company because they had a tuition assistant program. So I got a degree in transportation, and I knew, with my outgoing personality, I got the degree. It was only an associate degree at the time, but I did walk out of the library and said, "This is the last time I'll ever take a test anywhere." And they all knew me in the library and says, "Mr. Wallace, get out of here." And the next week there was some more scholarship money. So I went back to get my other degrees in marketing and transportation.
So you're all set for comedy with transportation and marketing. You're ready to go. It's time to be funny.
I had degrees, and then I moved to New York City to become a comedian, but I needed a financial cushion.
When you were working at Firestone, what were you doing? Making
computer technologist.
Oh, you weren't
operating.
You weren't making
those
tires?
mainstream computer? No, hell no. The computers back in the day. Remember when one computer could take up a whole room?
Yeah, when they had the cards, the IBM cards.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, so
you did what?
I ran the machine. I ran the cards that you would punch the cards, data entry, data processing. I was punching the buttons like, are you operating your board right now? That's the most amazing job I think in the world. When I go to a radio station, I see a guy punching those buttons and making them go back and forth. I always wanted to do that. But I used to operate a computer. I used to do the printing and doing the punching buttons and just reading the instructions. So I did that. But that was to get a financial cushion to get me, just to get a degree. I was bad. I'm not a good student, man. I need to go back to school.
No, it's not going to happen, George. Those days are behind you.
I'd like to go back to school. You know why? My head is fucked up, man, because I don't use a lot of. I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't use a lot of big words like Dennis Miller.
Sure, you don't need to.
Well, I had an instructor, Dr. Aloysius Misko, And he said one profound statement: never speak where people understand you. Always speak where they never misunderstand you. Be as simple